So yesterday, the president was at the in Parliament. Yes, and he's been talking about the SONA, all of that. And one aspect of the messages or what he has been saying in relation to the judiciary, and one of the things that he shared that we want to share with you this morning is to the effect that he was looking at how the judiciary has been perceived, the trust, the low trust in the judiciary, and he is saying that his office, his administration, is looking at would make an effort to collaborate with the Judicial Council, the services, to be able to, as it were, fight the issue of depoliticizing justice delivery. You note that the perception about the judiciary these days is that once there's a case in court, a particular case in court involving a particular politically exposed person, it means that you can already guess the outcome and all of that. He's saying that his administration is going to liaise with the stakeholders within the justice delivery system to eliminate that canker. Let's hear the President, GHOne Dramani Mahama.
As soon as the 2025 budget is approved, government will immediately take steps to reform the existing anti-corruption agencies by increasing funding and improving transparency and accountability. Mr. Speaker, Ghanaians voted largely and overwhelmingly and endorsed the NDC because we demonstrated a strong commitment and abhorrence for corruption. We pledged to fight corruption and implement far-reaching reforms that will eventually achieve a sustainable zero-tolerance policy against corruption. Mr. Speaker, the justice and legal sectors play pivotal roles in ensuring accountability and fostering the fair, equitable treatment of all our citizens by the state and its agencies. Delays and uncertainties have plagued justice delivery in Ghana, leading many Ghanaians to perceive a politicization of the judicial process. The public trust in the judiciary's independence is alarmingly low. We must work together to restore confidence in the judiciary. My government will uphold the judiciary's independence and work with the Judicial Council and services to depoliticize justice delivery and collaborate closely with the Chief Justice to combat corruption effectively.
So that's the President, GHOne Dramani Mahama, giving us some indication on what he will be doing to address the issue of the perception, I must say, on depoliticizing the judicial service or justice delivery and all of that. But that's not all. Back from the court itself, yesterday there was an interesting case that took place there. One Emmanuel Sechi, a free we're told that he used to be on your screen there is the one that you can see there. He used a young guy, 25 at the time, and 2 years on, he's now 27. Yesterday, he was convicted for stealing, and guess what he did? He's said to have managed to break into the system of ABSA Bank when he was employed as a contract staff, and so he was given. Let me just allow you some explanation on the role that he was playing at the bank in terms of his job description. He was supposed to be assisting customers with loan processing, T-bills processing, and also debt card processing, and also customers whose accounts are dormant. He's supposed to help them activate that, and also customer account maintenance. He had this role, got in there, and managed to use his expertise to more like outwit the system. So for instance, if you have your user card and your ID, your password, he's able to use that, his knowledge, to enter into your processes, do a lot of things that probably might not even come to your attention. Then a year after some time, the in-house fraud team detected that, and the IT expert detected that there was an issue. So immediately they wanted to engage him. Information came that he has resigned and left. Then later on, police invited him. They granted him police inquiry bail. And when official report was made, he was invited. He never showed up. And later on, he was arrested at the airport on June 4, when he was leaving the country with his girlfriend to Dubai to go and chill. And so they arrested him. He was arraigned, pleaded not guilty together with one other. The case went through full trial, and yesterday, Justice Ruby Aiti read the judgment, and he came to a conclusion that he was found guilty, and then he had been sentenced variously for different, including conspiracy. In fact, yesterday, prosecution, his lawyers made the point that after his conviction, the court should allow them to go for plea bargaining negotiation. And then the prosecution in the matter, Stella Ohene Apia, a chief state attorney, indicated to the court that the time to activate plea bargaining is long gone. And so the only thing the lawyer can do is for a mitigation plea. The lawyer said his client is a first-time offender, he's a young father, and that young boy will need the parental or the fatherly love to be able to grow. The AG, or the prosecution, led by Chief State Attorney, Madam Stella Ohene Apia, indicated that, look, this is an accused person who did not show remorse. He knew what he has done. He never activated the advantage, especially when there was an evidence on show. Disclosures brought to court demonstrated that they have evidence to show that he committed that act and all of that. He never took advantage of all of that. So the court, in fact, stealing, the minimum punishment is 25 years. So the court should impose a minimum punishment of 25 years to serve as a deterrent to others who are looking to commit such offenses and all of that. But Justice Rubiaite looked at the situation, and then for the charge of offense, which is attracted the maximum punishment, sentenced him to 10 years imprisonment in hard labor. The other offenses, 5 years in all of that. But the second accused person was acquitted and discharged for the charge of conspiracy. The court said prosecution was unable to produce enough evidence to connect him to the crime and all of that. So the 25-year-old boy arrested at the time when he was 25, now 27, yesterday, he was convicted and sentenced. But the other accused person who was finally acquitted and discharged, let's watch this.
Charlie, God do bro, I could tell you the chat, bro. Charlie, you're married to me now. Alhamdulillah, you're married to me now, Charlie. Charlie, send the fans in my wife, but watch it.
Okay, so he's been acquitted and discharged, and you can see the expressions on his face. I heard you mention on the phone, Afa. What is it, Nafa?
Papa, I pick it and one. I pick it.
A day like this, how does that make you feel?
You said what?
A day like this, how does that make you feel?
Oh, I can't explain it. Like, I feel so happy. I'm so happy. I don't even know what to do myself right now.
When we are coming from home to the court today, what was going through your mind?
For that one, I was just being optimistic. I was just expecting the best, yeah. I was told I was involved in a fraudulent act, but meanwhile, I didn't do anything. So now God has answered my prayers. That's it.
Congratulations, once.
Yes, soon I'm not here.
Okay, so.
This is the second accused person. He was left off the hook. He has been freed, and you could see all over his expression, his demeanor, his body language that yes, that meant so much. In fact, we're told that he was a student at the time that he was arrested in the university here in Ghana. So that's one of the things that took place yesterday. And the ABSA murder case, yesterday I told you that prosecution or the court was expected to supervise the new jury selection. Yesterday, we were informed by the prosecution, Nana Madinkrai, senior state attorney, that due to the sonar, the vehicle that were supposed to have brought, or the vehicle that was supposed to have brought the accused person to court had been deployed to do other things. And so the investigator was unable to produce the accused person in court. So that case has been adjourned by Justice Ruby Aite. So the cases that came in court yesterday, this is how it was looking like. Today, we don't have so much for you, but the case involving the former National Security Minister, Honorable Albert Kandapa, and Oliver Barker-Vormawor. It's a defamation case, and that case will be at the High Court today. What is expected to happen is that lawyers of Oliver Barker-Vormawor are scrutinizing, are cross-examining the former National Security Minister, and that's what Dr. Joseph said in there. But we know his new role, so the expectation is that he will not be in court today. Oliver will have to look for another person to represent him, all of that. So Albert Kandapa will be in court, and is expected to face further cross-examination by way of that defamation. He's seeking 10 million Ghana cedis in general damages, and we'll know more in the course of the day.
Who is this? Oh, the man in red. Who was that?
There was a man in red.
Okay, he's not part of the case.
He's not part of the case. I'm sure he's not part of the case. He's also this man. He's not part of the case. Having his own show.
Okay.
At the court, yes.
Okay.
It was just rather one of the issues that happened at our camera caught him.
Right. Okay. Murtala, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.